What's up, everybody? This is Jeremy from GamerTell.com, and today I'm going to show you around Destination Arcade. Destination Arcade was a new application that was launched today that helps you navigate Xbox Live Arcade in a much more easier and visualized way. It's free. You can download it just like you would any other game, and that's also how you launch it. So let's get into it right now. I'm just going to go to my Xbox, and since I did it recently, there it is right there, and why to play. Now this app is only available until the 18th of August, and not too sure why Microsoft would take it off afterwards, but hopefully they'll bring it back. So it starts off with some really somber music, and there's my avatar running into play. Okay, now as you can see, the very first game that's come out to go along with Summer of Arcade is Limbo. Now I haven't downloaded Limbo, but let's pretend I am. And it would just bring that up. Do you want to download the trial for free or buy the full game? And you can choose one or the other. Pretty simple, right? So let's back out of that. And right now we're just seeing new arrivals. So, oh, that's a nice little animation right there. Deadliest Warrior, the game. Once you go over, there's Death Spank. Let's see if there's any Death Spank animation. A bit of a delay there, but okay. Next, Monkey Island 2 Special Edition. And Blacklight Tango Down. Now, if you're interested in, let's say, Death Spank, and you want to know, well, what else is on the store that's just like Death Spank? Well, you press triangle to find similar games. This comes up. And what happened to it? Well, I just moved right with the stick. It was going to show me Arcadian Warriors, but looks like it's frozen somehow. Alright, let's try that again. Find similar games. And there's Death Spank. I'm going to go to the right this time. There's Penny Arcade Episode 1, Alien Breed, Zombie Wranglers, and you said, hey, I like Zombie Wranglers. I want something else just like Zombie Wranglers. So that's when you press Y. And these other games come up. They say, well, there's Alien Breed, and there's War World, and Shadow Complex, Biotic Commando Rearmed. These are the games that they think you would want to also download. So if I wanted a game of a different genre, let's say Blacklight Tango Down, that's not really an adventure game, it's a shooter, right? So I'm going to look for similar games. And it's taking me to Perfect Dark and Battlefield and Doom 2, and you can just keep going deeper and deeper into these genres. Like, for example, I just went to Doom, and so when I went to similar games, it showed me Doom 2 and Serious Sam and Wolfenstein 3D, all these old school first-person shooters. I can go even deeper. I want something similar to Doom 2, it shows me this. Something to Wolfenstein. It's pretty much just going into the same games that it showed you before, which makes sense. What you can also do from Destination Arcade is you can search for games as opposed to the ones that they think you would automatically want. So you have to you click the right trigger to find games. This cool little interface shows up. So first thing that we see are deals of the week. Boogie Bunnies, Football Genius, the Ultimate Something, and Sensible World of Soccer. Sounds great. So what you can do, let's say if I wanted to play Boogie Bunnies, I would just press A, and I choose one or the other. I want Boogie Bunnies. And just like with Limbo, it asks me, do I want to buy the full game or do I just want to download the demo? Oh well, neither at this point. And also from this screen, you can still search for similar games by pressing Y. Load Runner, Braid, Polar Panic, you know, it's all good. So pretty much wherever you go, you'll have the option of looking at similar titles if they interest you. And then you also get this other tab that shows you the recently released games, which is pretty much the same thing as the first screen. And you can also search by month. Whoops, let's just go back. June or July of recently released games. So in July, you see this came out. In June, you can see that these games came out. Moving back, and now all games. See, this is where it starts to get a little bit complicated, because it's easy just to say this came out this month and this came out that month. But when you search the entire history of Xbox Live Arcade, you look at all these. Now, in the regular marketplace, you would just go through those blades that had H through M, N through S, and it's just really green and quite ugly. But now, it's easier to find because it's all on one page. You get your numbers 0 through 9 and A through Z. So if I was looking for a game that started with either N or S, it breaks it down into even deeper categories. I'm looking for S. I just want to look at games that start with S. And then I get all these games here, and you can move it around. This is kind of, I'm using the right stick to do this. It's kind of pointless, but it's nice to do, I suppose, to have that functionality. And you can choose from one of these games. And it's cool. It's like a little block style, which all the games make up this one big rectangle. So it has the box art. It's a little small to find, but it's visual, and it's a lot easier to do than before. And you can also search. You can sort them. If you can look at the top, I don't know if you can see that, but you can sort them by game name, which is what I just did. Or if you press the right bumper, you can sort them by price. So you can see that the most expensive games over here right now, Sam & Max Beyond Time and Space and Sam & Max Save the World. Games that start with S, which is what I originally searched for. And you can search them from 240 Microsoft points to 1600. You can also sort them by rating, how much people like them. Apparently the community does not care too much for putting you on blast, Scramble. No one really likes Scramble, and it has no screenshots. Yeah, see? And the games that people like the most, 4 stars on top of this list. Hey, look at that. Sam & Max Beyond Time and Space. And also, actually no, that's not the highest. The highest is actually Shadow Complex, 4.5. It was a great game. You can also sort it by multiplayer. You want a game that has some multiplayer features. You don't want to deal with single player games. Well, these are the games that start with S that have no multiplayer features. And if I want to look at games that has multiplayer features, well, I'll just move to the left. Even deeper, online multiplayer or local multiplayer. Which one do you want? Well, I want online multiplayer. And these are the games that you can search for. And it also tells you the maximum amount of players that you can play with. These games only have 2 players at a time, 4 players at a time, 8 players at a time, or 16 or 12 to 16 players at a time. Snoopy Flying Ace can have 16 players at one time. That's pretty darn impressive for an Xbox Live Arcade game. And finally, you can sort them by ESRB rating. Something that's good for everybody. You can see all these titles, like there's Sonic 3 and there's Shrek and Star Trek and SpongeBob. Or if you're looking for something more mature for all the grown-ups out there, games that start with S. Oops, hit the camera, sorry. Games that start with S that are for mature audiences only. Serious Sam HD and South Park Let's Go Tower Defense Play. So it's really, really in depth. Though you have to kind of know specifically, generally more so what you're looking for, but it's, oh my goodness, it's so much better than before. And those are just the S's. Well, I think that's pretty much it. And you can also look at your own game library. You press start and you look at all my games that I have there. No big deal. Anyway, there's just a little brief overview of Destination Arcade. A much more easier way for you to find stuff to buy on Xbox Live, and finding similar things so you can buy 2 things at a time, like Death Spank and then Arcadian Warriors. So go ahead, download it right now. It's free. Won't take up any of your time, and you might find something you like. Alright, so for GamingTale.com, I'm Jeremy, and we'll see you next time.